As you can see here in this folder, I've got a couple of different file types. I've got an HTML file, I've got a Word document, and I've got an images subfolder. Let's take a look at the skeleton file. So when I double click it, it's going to go to my default browser, which in this case is Chrome. There's not much going on with this page. You can tell here that it's loading. It's not on the internet, it's on my Google Drive. And the only thing that I see here is my name. And the reason my name is there because I told the browser to put my name in the browser tab. So what I'm going to do is in this white space down here, I'm going to right mouse click and go to View Page Source. And it's going to show you what is going on here. So all of these things that you see, let me zoom in, are HTML code. So the brackets indicate code. Anything not in brackets, like my name, is not a code. And you'll see there's some codes that have a corresponding code that matches with a slash, okay? And a slash is turning off a code. So these are called container tags. So there's what we call an open tag and a close tag, and the close is the slash. So you can see here the HTML is closed down on line 16, the head tag is closed on line 6, title tag is on line 5, and the body tag is open on line 7 and closed on line 15. So this right here is what's labeling the browser tab. So this is just showing you the code behind the browser page. You can't edit on this page. So what we have to do is go into a text editor to make a change. So let's just take a look at another web page here also. So I'm going to click on this one called Sample. This one has a lot more going on. And we're going to right click anywhere except on a picture. And we're going to view that source, view page source. And so you can see here we have kind of that same thing. I'm going to zoom in here. HTML head, here's a title tag. So up here, it's showing you right here, sample codes, that's the title tag. And then if you think about it, we've got red, and this is telling it to make my web page red and the text black. Then you're starting to see some new tags in here. P is for a paragraph. Okay, so this is just showing you some basic tags. This paragraph has something inside it. So notice these are just words. Here's another paragraph, but it has an image. So this is what an image tag looks like. This is just basic codes here. This is a hyperlink. That's an A. You might recognize the google.com website. This is how a hyperlink looks. Here's another hyperlink to ESPN. Then we've got some H6. These are called header tags. One that says hello, one that says goodbye. Now let's take a look at what it looks like in the browser. Okay, so remember, these are just basic text paragraphs. And then we had this picture, and that picture of the rock, let me push this over so you can look at both at the same time. Okay, so this will help you kind of see what's going on. So this is a simple paragraph. Here's the code. Then we've got the longer paragraph, right? Then here's a simple JPEG added to a web page. So here's that text, that's its own paragraph. Then we have another paragraph. This is the code for the picture. Notice we have it what's called nested in a paragraph tag. Now, whoops. So the IMG image source SRC tells the browser where the file is stored. It's telling you it's in an images subfolder, and there's a file called the rock inside that folder. So let's go take a look at the folder again. And if I go to the images folder, you'll see there's the rock. So I've got a JPEG version and I have a PNG, but this is the one that's showing because the code says load the JPEG one. And we've got some other hyperlinks here. Let's get back to the browser. So that's what a hyperlink looks like. So this is the text. Here's an example of a hyperlink. Here's the code that gets the words on the page. And the word Google is an actual functional hyperlink. Okay, when we click it, it actually goes to Google because of this code right here. This is a hyperlink. These are the words that appear on the page. So think about this. Anything you want to show on the page that's text doesn't get brackets. Anything that's in brackets is a predetermined code that's recognized by the browser, and it's telling the browser to do something. So what a paragraph tag does is it isolates that text, starts on a new line, and automatically has built in what's called a line break after the paragraph ends. So that's why you see here all of this text. Here's the opening tag on line 12 and the closing tag on line 14. And that's from all of this text right here. And so when it gets to this closing paragraph tag, it's like hitting enter in a word processor and says, okay, start my next line with a new paragraph to display this text. And again, the text that I've highlighted on the right-hand side doesn't have brackets because it's text. So this, and then let's scroll down. Let's take a look at this. So the word hello, we'll find it over here. You can see it's in this tag called an H6. An H6 is a header tag. It's the smallest, and that's why it's tiny. And then we have an H1 that says goodbye. So H1 is the largest heading size. And I've also added in an align equals center code that pushed it over to the middle of the page. So those are just sort of the basics of how HTML works. It's a series of codes that the browser processes and decides what do I put where, and the text is just text. It's just telling, once the browser reads the paragraph tag, it knows to start it in a new paragraph.